From an undisclosed location somewhere in North America, this is your weekly Truth Be Told Minuteman Report. Hey everyone, it's Robert, your Truth Be Told Minuteman, and happy Halloween. It's Halloween tomorrow, and I figured what better way to ring in this holiday than to try to answer the age-old question, just when did humans start to bury their dead? So, it's a tough question, and it's something that apparently has been plaguing archaeologists and anthropologists for a long time. So we know that many cultures around the world have chosen to honor their deceased with ritual burial or internment or ceremonies for years and years and years. But when was the first human burial? And here's the hitch, right? Because there's just no definitive answer, right? Not all burial sites have been or were preserved, let alone studied. So what we can go by, or what anthropologists and archaeologists can go by, is the earliest evidence that they've found of human burial, which point to the Middle Paleolithic era. Okay, that's 300,000 to 30,000 years ago. So they are saying that, and when I say they, this was Mary Steiner, a professor of anthropology at the University of Arizona, says that by at least 120,000 years ago, they believed that people were deliberately burying human bodies. There could be older burials, but the most convincing early examples of Homo sapiens burying their dead come from that era, the Middle Paleolithic era. However, they do believe that some extinct human relatives may have buried their dead around 300,000 years ago in what is South Africa, but that's widely disputed. They're saying that what we now know as the earliest known anatomically modern human burial is from 120,000 years ago in caves such as the Kafze cave, Quafzeh, and I know I just butchered that, cave in what is now Israel. And there is also evidence that Neanderthals buried their dead in those same caves about 115,000 years ago. So that's not surprising. Steiner says it's not surprising because during that time period, during the Middle Paleolithic era, caves were used quite often as living space for eating, socializing, and that how do we know that these weren't just kind of cave-ins or, that something happened within the cave? And it's because in a lot of cases, there is evidence that older sediment had been moved or disturbed in order to place the body. And then it was backfilled with more contemporary, or contemporary at the time, debris and backfill. And that the bodies are usually found posed in some kind of death pose, like the fetal position. And a lot of this really kind of comes from the idea that, or how this came about, I should say, is the idea that when people were dying and they were living and socializing in these caves, what were they going to do with the dead bodies? They would begin to decompose, to smell, and the answer for that was then almost practical burying the bodies. So, as we go into Halloween tomorrow, just think 300,000 years ago, 120,000 years ago, 115,000 years ago. All of this started because we didn't want our relatives bloating and rotting in front of us. Makes sense to me. Happy Halloween. So, Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful Halloween. I hope you guys have a safe and fantastic time tomorrow, whatever your plans are, however you celebrate. Or maybe you went to Halloween parties this past weekend and you're going to spend tomorrow actual Halloween kind of recuperating, and that's fine too. Remember that there are 3 opportunities for new Truth Be Told content each week. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 Eastern. That's the Truth Be Told Minuteman Report on Monday, Bonnie Burkert's Truth Be Told Transformation on Wednesdays, and of course Tony Sweet with your original Truth Be Told on Fridays. And if you have any questions, comments, if you have story ideas or tips, please feel free to reach out. You can find me at reportminuteman@gmail.com. Again, that's reportminuteman@gmail.com. And until next time, stay true.